Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's video podcast. I have with me Samantha Schmidt, physical therapist at Alpine Physical Therapy, who's here to talk to us about a very special and unique program for cancer survivors called Fit to Fight. Sam, thanks for joining us. What is the Fit to Fight program? When did it start? Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, the Fit to Fight program is a support group based around health, fitness, and education for those actually fighting cancer, maybe going through treatment, and those that have survived the treatment of cancer. And it's local here in Missoula, Montana, and it's sponsored in part by Alpine Physical Therapy and the Peak Health and Wellness Center, and it is an official 501(c) nonprofit.
So when did it start? What was the idea behind it?
Well, as a physical therapist at Alpine, I saw a lot of patients that had either gone through cancer treatment and had limitations that they weren't being addressed, as far as after chemo, maybe they had some neuropathy in their feet, or after certain surgeries, they had limited range of motion that just didn't quite get addressed. And they also said metabolically they couldn't return to what they loved to do prior to the cancer treatment. So really, the program came out of a need there that we saw. And as I was working with one of my own patients, she was able to stay very fit through her own cancer treatment. And that, along with just the extensive research out there that we know, has proven that mild to moderate exercise for those fighting cancer and those coming out of fighting cancer is really exceptional to counter the side effects of that treatment.
Now, we have our Alpine Physical Therapy location on the south side of town here in the Peak Health and Wellness Center. What's the relationship here at the Peak with Fit to Fight?
So right now, the Fit to Fight program is host here at the south location, and the Alpine physical therapists are involved with that by leading the medical aspect of the Fit to Fight program. So each participant that comes into the program is screened by a licensed physical therapist to ensure that there's safety and effectiveness for that person as they go through the program. At which point then they, once they get pre-screened and they go through that assessment from the physical therapist, and of course they have their doctor's release, then they're able to participate in the program. We know what their baseline is, what precautions we may need to seek out, and what goals we want to kind of try to obtain for that participant. It's a small group, so it's maybe 12 to 15 people, and it's any type of cancer, any age, male or female, and it's cost-free for that participant. So it's really designed for anybody that needs that extra help to get back their life and get back to being healthy and taking that power back in their body.
How would a person get started? What kind of steps do they need to take to get going in the program?
So if you go to our website, which is fittofightmt.org, you can download an application there and send it in to Alpine Physical Therapy. You can also call Alpine Physical Therapy and we could mail an application out, or stop by any of our locations and we can get get that application in. Once the application comes in, we look it over, we look at your doctor's release, and we run 3 sessions a year. For 8 weeks at a time, and each session meets twice a week for the 8 weeks. And before the session starts, you do the pre-assessment session with the physical therapist and with the rest of the Fit to Fight team to just make sure where your baseline is. And then at the end of the 8 weeks, we do a post-test to make sure that you can see the benefits of what has all the hard work that they've paid off.
And you have a variety of people that help with the program. I know Dan's working in the area of exercise. He's working with the exercise program. Anybody else that you want to mention, or anything else about the program that you think would be helpful?
Well, the program is designed, although it is housed in this amazing facility, not everybody has access to the facility year-round, and financially may not be able to make that work for them. So we do try to encourage to develop home exercise programs, whether that's to give them handouts. Any of the participants get handouts on what exercises they can do for balance, for gentle low back pain prevention, for neuropathy, kind of rehabilitation things. There's Lymphedema Education. We have a couple series for using a physio ball that we give the participants in an exercise, and then just basic general strengthening and stretching program that they can do at home.
I know this program has really taken off, and there's a lot of interest and a lot of people that understand about this program. We thought it'd be helpful to introduce our viewers to the program, and be sure to visit the website, which is fittofightmt.org. We're super thankful to have a volunteer from the Fit to Fight program. This is Dan Adcock. He's a volunteer lead exercise person for Fit to Fight. Dan, we're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us on this podcast.
No, it's great to be here.
What is it exactly that you do? Tell us something about your experiences as the lead volunteer guy.
Well, the lead volunteer guy, what I do, the number one thing I do, Brent, is try to connect with people. These folks, they're fighting cancer. It's maybe one of their biggest challenges of their life. And the number one thing I want to do is be connected with them in their heart, get to know them, get to work with them. And I think if I know them and they know me, we're going to have that relationship's going to help. What I do physically with them, I sometimes will model some of the exercises we're teaching them. Sometimes I will actually teach different lessons that have been given to us from physical therapists. Sometimes I will teach them how to use some of the weight machines. Sometimes I'll just go out and do some cardio work with them. But like I go back to what I first said, the number one thing, these people need support, just like almost anybody has a disease. And just knowing that somebody cares about them is real important. So I try to connect with them, maybe make it easier for them to connect with one another, and it builds that heart-to-heart connection.
What you do is something that not everyone can do. And I just appreciate the fact you're involved. You're a very inspirational person, and I can see just from what you're talking about that you can make that connection. Is there anything else you want to add about what you do or what you see with the Fit to Fight program?
What I see is I see people healing. And it's not a guarantee because this is gonna cure you. I don't think there's anything that's gonna suggest that. However, these folks are in for the battle, in some cases, the battle of their life. And doesn't it make sense that you're gonna wanna be armored up for that? And so these folks have an opportunity to come in here. They have a chance to exercise. They have a chance to connect with people. They have a chance to have a membership here for a couple months where in that case, they can use that membership to come in and use any of the facilities any way they want. And I just think it's, for them, it's great. For me, it's great. I get a chance to get out of Dan Adcock a little bit and get a chance to think about somebody else and to help them live a little bit better and a little bit more loving situation.
I feel that support just talking with you, Dan. I just want to thank you for your volunteer work, for your leadership, and for everything you do for Fit to Fight.
It's a gift for me.
And thanks for joining us today as well.
You bet.
I'd like to thank Sam Schmidt, our physical therapist here at Alpine, who is working with the Fit to Fight program, for joining us today and talking about this program. Sam, is there anything else you'd like to conclude with?
It's a wonderful program that meets a huge need in our community here in Western Montana, and I would like to encourage anyone to go to the website. You can donate to the website. Again, this is a nonprofit organization, and we need help to keep this going. So you can go to fittofightmt.org and donate right online. So thank you for your support.
Sam, thanks for being here with us today. And again, remember those locations, the website and our clinic number 251-2323. Thanks for joining us.